So weird. So weird. Hello and welcome back to my channel, Vibin with Mary. If you're new, thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this video. Today's video is going to be about how to achieve this winged peachy look. So if you're interested, keep watching. I start off by applying this red shade to the upper part of my lids and blend it in. Then I begin to add this burgundy-like shade right under the red shade to add more dimension, and I start to blend it in. I go back in with the red shade just to make sure that hue is still present. I begin to add this warm cream-like transition shade to blend in the transition between the red on my lid and the concealer nearing my brows. I go back in with the brush for the darker burgundy shade just because I'm not satisfied with the blend and I want to make sure that the dimension is still present. And I also do not add products to the brush. So I've started with foundation and concealer already on off camera, and so I begin to blend in my concealer, and this helps me shape whatever look I'm going for, most especially underneath my eye area. I begin to cut my crease slowly with a lighter shade concealer and a very precise angled brush, and we're going for a half moon kind of shape, a half circle kind of shape, and we're also trying to make sure that we don't cut over the burgundy shade because then it loses dimension. Blend in the excess product of concealer. I apply a cream-like shade to the top of the concealer, and I go back in at the edges with the red shade that we used earlier, just to make sure that the concealer lines at the crescent isn't too prominent. I begin to add a shimmery rose gold-like shade to the outline of my lid. I'm not satisfied with the pigmentation of the gold-like shade, so I begin to use my fingers, which helps me take on more product and apply it to my lid. I go back in with the darker shade for the sake of composition. The creation of depth is an illusion, and so to create that depth, you have to make sure that you use a darker shade.
We're going to turn on the TV for 30 minutes. We're going to pray at 10 and everybody going to go to bed. Sound like a deal?
I went ahead and applied liner partly on camera and then partly off camera. I apply another layer of concealer because I'm not satisfied with the coverage, and I also want to make sure that my bottom shadow shows up well. I apply a yellow-like setting powder to make sure that the makeup stays in place and to also highlight the areas of my face where I apply the powder, which involves the center of my face and the contour lines of my face. I'd also like to explain the reflex of opening mouth while applying cosmetic products to your face. It's for the sake of maintaining multi-movement of the hand on the face while also distracting your brain from potentially moving your hands into an area where you could enjoy yourself. I hope that makes sense. I begin to blend in the setting powder with my shade of powdered foundation just to make sure that there's no white cast left and the overall color composition of the face is in sync. Also, I forgot to say this earlier, but if you guys would like a liner tutorial or a lash application tutorial, please like and leave a comment down below. I begin to apply contour onto my cheekbones to add back dimension, and I use a darker shade just to make sure again that dimension is achieved. I blend it upwards so it doesn't leave a dark hue on my cheek. I attempt to add back dimension to my forehead by creating an illusion with the darker shade, just to make sure that I have proper dimension again, and I don't look as flat as I did when I had just all powder or all of the same shade on my face. With very little product on the brush, I added the contour shade to the sides of my nose to bring back dimension, and now I apply the setting powder to the very center just to highlight the center and create an illusion and make my nose look more snatched. I begin to apply eyeshadow to my lower lash line, and I start with the red shade we initially started with. I blend that in, then I add the darker shade and blend that in as well, just so it matches with the top and nothing looks displaced. I begin to apply a gold shimmery shade to the inner corners of my lid, just to bring back the natural highlight that the tear duct has. I begin to apply a highlighter to the places on my face where the light naturally falls. Your upper cheek, your brow bone, your cupid's bow, and your nose, and your chin. I now apply a dark purple lipstick and begin by outlining the top of my lips. I progressively fill in the center of my lips with the same lipstick. I cancel my sister for color composition and decide to apply an additional shade to my lips. I apply very little quantity of a pink lipstick shade to the center of my lips and blend it in with my fingers. I constantly reapply highlight because I'm not satisfied. I need to look glowy. Just kidding. All done. Now onto styling. And this is the final look. I hope you all like it, and make sure to leave a like, a comment, and make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
No, like